guys, it's Jay. Welcome or welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are finishing my DNF books. So I actually have 4 books that I never finished, which was It by Stephen King, Misery by Stephen King, and before y'all get started, I'm not reading a Stephen King book in this video. And then we have Love in the Time of a Serial Killer. Love in the Time of Serial Killers by Alicia Thompson. I'm not gonna lie, I read a bit yesterday just to get in it. But yeah, I was at chapter 5 when I DNF'd this book. So yeah, it's a romance. It's a girl that moves into her dead dad arm, and she thinks the neighbor is a serial killer. She's a true crime lover, so can we really blame her? Not really. And then the 4th book that I DNF'd was Scorch Trial, the 2nd book in the Maze Runner series. I DNF'd it around 200 pages. I kind of piffed where I was the last time I read it. So yeah, it's the 2nd book in the Maze Runner series, which is one of my favorite movie trilogies ever, and I had the books and I wanted to read them. Scorch Trial is extremely different from the movie, which was a shock to me, even if it shouldn't be, because the movie adaptation is not going to be the same as the book, clearly. But I think it was too different for my little brain back then that it didn't want to finish this because of how different it was. So we're gonna find out in this video if I'm going to finally be able to finish both of those books or if I'm gonna DNF them again, which hopefully not. So again, let's get started. The first book we're gonna start with is Love in the Time of Serial Killers. This is a long ass title.
17 right here.
I finished Love in the Time of Serial Killer, I think Thursday. I didn't film earlier my review of this because I had a lot of things to do yesterday. But yeah, it's like if I would have let it be DNF'd, I wouldn't have been mad to never had read it. Like it's probably like not the worst romance ever, but I don't know, there's like a lot of things that I like I don't feel attached to both characters, which is weird because usually I'm always attached to every character in every book I read. Yeah, and I thought I would like Elise Phoebe because she likes true crime, and like a couple of years back I was also really into true crimes. Not as much anymore, but still it would be a thing. Like I try to figure out why I didn't like it, and I was like, oh, it's because they had like intimate moment after knowing each other for only 1 month. But then I read Icebreaker and Wildfire, and there's 6 stars, and they know each other for like 1 night, and they have sex. So it's like, okay. So it's like, okay. So it's definitely not the issue. I think it's really just I don't feel anything towards the character. I only saw the little towards the end. I wouldn't even say sob. I would say like a tear followed, and that's kind of it. So yeah, I ended up rating it a 2.5, which is one of my lowest rating. So yeah, now we will be going into the second book. We will be going into the second book of the Maze Runner series, Scorch Trial. I put myself at chapter 33, so page 192. Yeah, hopefully I would like this one a bit more than the other. I finished the Scorch Trial last night, so it's completely finished. And I rated it a 2.75. And first of all, I want to point out that since I DNF'd it once, it's gonna be under a 4 for sure. So yeah, 2.75. Probably won't be my favorite in the Maze Runner series, even if I'm not done with that series yet. But it was still good. Again, not my favorite. I do not recommend it unless you want to get into the series. You kind of need to read the second book, but definitely toughest to get through. So yeah, I can't really say a lot of things about this book, but yeah. So both of those little books for this video. So Love in the Time of Serial Killer rated 2.5, and the Scorch Trial that I rated 2.75 stars. So For the people might be wondering why I didn't restart my books at the start instead of just going into where I left off. First of all, within the time of serial killer, I started it and I read 40 pages. So may as well go into, and it was new enough that I remember the start of it. The Scorch Trial, remember the integrity to the story. Actually, so it wasn't that hard to get back into. Though I did find that I was not at 190 like I thought. I was at 250 in. So I skipped a lot of pages and went to 250. And so yeah, I just had to read like 100 and so pages. So yeah, read it pretty fast, finished it pretty fast. So yeah, I have to say, Love in the Time of Serial Killer, though I didn't like it, it was pretty easy to get through. Like I didn't have any issues getting through it. Yeah, and it was a fast read actually. This one was a pretty fast read. And the Scorch Trial as small chapters, which makes you think you're reading extremely fast. So yeah, the book really good in that way. So yeah, this is all the books that I will be reading for this video. Since I stated at the start that I will not be reading Misery or It, because I can't do that to myself. So yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye bye.